Welcome to this video. This video will give you a step-by-step on how you can make money really quickly if you need to create an income stream really fast. And this scenario, so I put in the video, if you need to make money quickly, this will help you if you're in between jobs, if you've been made redundant, if whatever the reason, if you need to make money as an emergency, I will show you a way that you can do it. Um, with a little bit of work, and I'll probably do some other videos to cover some of the finer points. But what I want to do now is just cover an overview for you that will really help, and you'll be able to see, hopefully, by watching this video, you'll be able to see exactly how it works. So do follow and subscribe. This is the Beat the 9 to 5 channel. 9 to 5 job. If you're unhappy with it, if you're looking to create a side hustle, if you're looking to create a full-time income, you are in the right place. What I will be doing is a lot of videos on how to create income streams that you can build up from part-time to full-time, as I've done over the years, or you can keep them as side hustles. This scenario is if you just need to make money really quickly, and there's loads of ways that you can do it, but this is one of my recommended ways, one of the income streams that what I would create. Also, check out the link in the description if you're interested in this stuff. I've got a webinar coming on Saturday that will give you more information on this particular income stream, and also another one as well with ClickBank and creating your own online product. So if you're interested in that, do check out the link below. There's a few spots left. Okay, without further ado, here is what I would do if I needed to make money quickly. Number one, I would pop on over to Flippa. If you haven't heard of Flippa, again, I'm just giving an overview here, so I'll make it a brief video. But if you haven't heard of Flippa, it is a place where people buy and sell sites, all sorts of sites, but I want to narrow down on affiliate sites, content-based sites, okay? So what we do is we look just at, we're looking up, and you go to Flippa and you can basically do this and look at just blog or review sites. And I'm leaving all the others just for now, okay? Then it will bring up all of the sites, and then I'm going to go to recently sold. Okay, recently sold, and you've got all of this information here that comes up, and these are all the sites that are blog or review sites that are recently sold. And then what I would do is I'd have a look through here and basically have a look at the niches and just have a quick once over and see what they're sold for. And what I'm really looking at first is how old the site is. You've also got a toggle switch here where I can go right down to 1 year, but for now I'm just looking how old the site is and the sort of niches it's in. Okay, like the niche areas. And what you're looking for is a site that's relatively new, that sold well, that got a lot of traction. So the other thing that you can do if you're having trouble finding them is you can go to sort by most active, and it will give me the most active. These were the most active. Okay, so let's go for, we could go for any of these, but let's go for this one. Okay, 1 year old, sold for $22,000, which is good. Okay, net profit for $523 a month. Let's have a look at the listing. Okay, so the next thing that I would do is I'd just double check if I'm having a look at this. Before I go into the niche, I'm going to scroll down here, and you see it says organic search here. I'm just going to make sure that organic search is high. It doesn't have to be 100%, but you can see 85% is fine. So what do we know now? We know that the site's less than a year old, and we know that it's ranking in the search engines in Google, and we know that it's sold for a lot of money, and we know that it was creating really good income. Okay, so what can we do now? Now we know that it's an SEO driven site. We know that it's sold well, and here's where the real kicker is. So if you need to make money, here's the real thing. You see up here, once you've created a profile, you'll be able to see the asking price, what it's sold for, the views that the actual listing got, and the watchers. That's 229 people. Okay, and this ended 70 days ago, so ideally I want it to be closer than that, like in the last 30, 60 days, but still 229 watches. So 228 of them, I'm assuming, didn't buy the site because there's only one site. So that means that you can replicate a site that has sold well following those criteria that I've given you, and you can replicate a site fairly easily without having to spend hours on research and list it on Flipper to make money. Now, before you do, the way you do it is I'll just go over to the site here and I'll show you. I just go over to the site here and you can see all the information: mountain bikes, road bikes, kid bikes, electric bikes, tricycles, helmets, racks, accessories, and blog. Okay, and all the information and the different you would, which I actually cover in another video, but you could do a full audit on this site and see where the most popular, where the traffic's coming from, and make sure that you're just replicating the content that's bringing in traffic. Okay, but what it gives you is a really great way that you could get a domain name like Outdoor Gear Guru or Outdoor Gear Master or Outdoor Gear Oracle or anything like that. They're pretty bad examples, but you see what I mean. And you've got all the information here that you can then build a site following. You're not copying their site, it's important to say, but you know the niche, you know what they're talking about on the site, you know the key phrases because it's already all on there. You even know how they put together the content, and you can make it your own. You can add to the content, you can make it unique, you can add in a different viewpoint, you can add in different key phrases, and you already know that is a really, really good niche. Now, in the webinar I do on Saturday, in the link in the description, I'll be going on about how to do the content and all of that stuff. And I'll do a few more videos here. But let me just give you a quick run through of what we've done. We've gone to Flipper. Okay. We've gone to Flipper, which is a marketplace for sites. We've looked at the sites that have actually sold. We've looked at the sites that have sold for good money. We've looked at sites that we know that are receiving traffic through SEO, so we know that they're ranking. We also know that it's only a year old, and if you do further research on this actual site and you audit it and you have a look at the rankings in Google and so on, you'll be able to see what it's actually ranking for. Another place that you can look that will really help you is down here. Okay, what they've done is that you have to request Google Analytics access, so you're unlikely to be able to get that. But sometimes there's attachments and so on, so you'll be able to see. What you can see here is how it grew. Okay, so where it went up, and as the views went up, so you'll be able to work out what's bringing in those views. But you can see that collectively, if you were to replicate that site, and I know that means you're not going to replicate the site and instantly build a site like that that's bringing in traffic. But this site sold for $22,000. So if you replicate the site and you put on 10 or 20 pieces of content and then sold it, and you explain the niche and you explain why, and it's a really good niche because you could refer people back to this listing, you've then got a guaranteed 228 watchers of this that would then see your listing and probably still be interested in the niche and already know it's popular because they were watching this listing. This had 118 bids, so there's another 117 people out there that actually bid on this listing that then they are far likely to bid on your site. Couple of guidelines: you'd have to have it all set up in the search console, and you have to know how to build affiliate blogs, and you'd have to have good content, and you'd have to have good SEO. Okay, you can follow suit very much off of their site, but it does help to obviously know this stuff. You'd have to be able to do that, and you'd have to be able to write content. If you can do that, that means that, say if you need to make money in the next 2 weeks, you could definitely build that site in the next two weeks by writing 3 pieces of content a day. So let's have a look here to work it out. Let me just pause this for you. Okay, so if we have 2 pieces of content a day. Actually, let's say 3, really go all out. For 2 weeks, that's 42 pieces of content. 42 pieces of content. Even if you did 28 pieces of content, 2 pieces of content a day for 2 weeks, that's 28 pieces of content. You could then turn around and flip that site for well around 1,000, 1,500, bare minimum, just slightly under $1,000. And that's okay. That's not going to pay the bills or give you a groundbreaking wage. But if you are going from absolutely nothing, you need to make money straight away. There's a way you can do it that was pretty much guaranteed to make you money. Now, if you're interested in all of the how to stuff and going deeper into the actual steps like writing content, keyword research, analyzing sites, check out the link below. Subscribe to Beat the 9 to 5. I'd love to have you here. I've got more content coming up about all income streams that you can create quickly and going in depth. All of the income streams I'm talking about, I've been online since 2003. Can you believe? So I'd love to help you. Let me know if any questions below, and I'll speak to you soon.